Well, good evening. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your SPDR ETF stock market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for Tuesday evening, the 19th of November, 2024. Now, tomorrow, not a heavy day of fundamental news, but it is important because my special report on stock indices goes off the board tomorrow. You want to look at it, you got to do it now. So go take a look. It's so important from my point of view. I deal with post-election. So November 5th, election day, what happens 30 days out? What are you supposed to do in the market and looking at it? And where does the market typically go? I'll share with you this. It goes higher historically. I'll leave it at that. Go to the report, go to iraepstein.com, look at the web page, look on the top left, and you'll see the report. Can't make it easier than that. There'll be an icon you could look at here as well. The other thing I want you to pay attention to is you're going to get your mortgage bankers numbers tomorrow, and that's it. In terms of U.S. economic data, that's it. We're still getting earnings on a lot of companies. You saw Walmart was a blowout today. I mean, the company's firing on 12 cylinders. It's just really doing well. New highs in the company. It tells you Costco's good. My wife went to Costco tonight. She was telling me it's a mob scene in there today. She got home maybe an hour ago, so people are there late. Fed Vice Chair Barr is going to testify tomorrow at the House of Representatives Financial Service hearing at 9. Fed Governor Cook is going to speak at the University of Virginia in Economic Forum. We're going to get the EIA number, but here's the deal. This is what the market's waiting on. Nvidia's earnings. What does it mean for the techs? What does it mean for the market as a whole? A lot of people own it. How do you play it going into the report? I can tell you that the market is priced in, at least through today, an 8% move up or down if you look at the option strategy. So we will see. They have been pretty right on what they've been doing. The question is which way. And I think you all realize that as Nvidia keeps going and going higher, the bar gets harder and harder to meet. Even though they have this phenomenal chip, it's brand new. You've already heard some of the servers overheat when they work with it. Dell says they have a workaround for it, blah, blah, blah. The key is how much money are they making? Remember, we're talking in billions upon billions per quarter. What's the profitability? 70, 74%, 78%. The traders will focus in on that, and then the forward guidance is going to be very, very important. This all comes out after the market, so be ready for anything and everything, all right? So let's go to the marketplace and take a look at the chart action. When we take a look at what we've got, the stock indices were mixed, but it was actually a very important day. I'll go to the charts in a minute. Boeing up nicely, $1.70 today. Uranium still holding on. That is a good sign. Rivian just sort of sitting still here at the $10 level, which I like to see. I'm looking at Uber. It's one of the stocks that I think that, you know, in everybody's portfolio, it should probably be there because sooner rather than later, that'll be the app that I think we all go to for autonomous driving. Along Lyft, don't get me wrong, Lyft will be in that game too. Netflix doesn't stop. Did you see the amount of viewers now that they corrected? They thought they had about 85 million viewers for the Tyson-Jake Paul fight. They're now saying 108 million. As I explained, I couldn't watch it. I watched it the next day. I don't think that was the fight to watch. I think the two ladies were the fight to watch. My gosh, that's the second time I've seen them fight. That's worth paying for. And this was free, but 108 million viewers. They will get it right. They're bringing football on. They'll bring on a lot of sports on Netflix. The market took one look at that and it said they have a hit. All right, SPY. Now the question is, are we going to go down and fill this gap or this outside day up? Will it hold through Nvidia? You heard what I said. Through Nvidia. It's going to be very important. There's a gap up here to fill, right in there. So that could be what the market wants to go. You flipped the market today to bullish. You got higher lows, higher highs. Until today's low is taken out, because it's an outside day, up. The market has re-entered the bullish stance. It also did it right against that number that I've been telling you, the 18-day average of closes. What you have to learn to do as a chartist is take the name off the chart. If you ever take my full charting course, and you should, I take the name off the charts. I'll bring them back to you later on. Why? I don't want you to go in with an idea. If you do, you can't help yourself. If you talk SPY or gold, you're bullish, you're bearish, you have an idea. If you don't know what you're looking at, then you're a chartist, because you start looking at the chart. Is the chart saying anything? Then you bring in, if you want, your fundamentals and what you think your pictures are short-term and long-term. But you've got to take them out as a chartist. And as a chartist, which I am, until today's low now at 584.03 is taken out, I think the market has reestablished the bullishness. When we look at Bollinger Bands, one of the targets could be the 605.50 level. I don't want to see, though, today's low of 584.03 taken out. And the market is not ideal because it's still overbought. I would have loved for this number to be under 70. It's not. So it's a bit of a difficult call right there. Just want you to be aware of that. When we look at Live Nation, this is now called embedding. It's when you shift the momentum away from being overbought. And overbought means in the red and the blue, which are called a K and a D line, just so you know. It's a formula that I know George Lane developed. I used to have him on my old TV show, Stocks, Options, and Futures. And we played with it, and then I altered it and showed him how I did it. And his answer was, that's pretty interesting. And I got it all from him. But this market likes to embed. And when it embeds, it locks in and it moves. So until it loses that red line back under 79, I contend the pros on breaks are looking for ways to buy the market. CrowdStrike is overbought. This is the difference. You have one of the numbers over 80, the other is not. They haven't been going sideways up there. No, I'm friendly. The chart is bullish. You had a bullish crossover right here. Did the market not go up and run on that? It certainly did. So you learn what crossovers are in moving averages. Again, go to my charting course, IraEpstein.com. Rivian is back and forth in a battle at the 18-day average. Now, if it can clear the highs of Monday, which were 1072, and close higher on the day, not over 1072, but higher on the day and over 1044, for the first time, I'd be getting a buy signal. I'm not telling you to buy, I'm telling you as a chartist what I'd get. In order to get a sell signal, you're in it. Got it? You're already in it. You have the lower highs and the lower lows, but you're oversold at the same time. When we come into K-Web, it is still in a bearish cycle, lower highs, three of them in fact, lower lows, and embedding. So China's not coming out of this malaise that they've gotten themselves into. They claim that in December they're going to clear things up and give us some more pieces of their puzzle. It's only the 19th of November, so there's time there. Did you look at today's numbers and starts and housing permits? It was a disaster, as it should be. In reality, it was for October. Did we not have two hurricanes that hit the Southwest in a massive way? So nothing was going on there. So it weighed on the market, but I think you've also got to understand what happened at the same time. The home builders are different, though. And this has now come down to the Bollinger Band, where the area, the pros were taking money off the table. The combination of the 100-day average and that, strong reasons to take money off the table. Now, whether you take off your whole position, that's up to your way of trading. But that's what I think went on. In the financial services, here's confusion. If you go by the trend of the market, it's down on the swing line. The bias is up since you're over the 18-day average. What to me carries the day is this, momentum. I think momentum leads price. I don't think price leads momentum. So you can be breaking down here, but as long as this stays bullish, I think traders are looking for ways to get long, not short. When you look at XLI, the industrial sector, we were just talking about this, and I said I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to track back towards the 18-day average to regroup. I'm surprised myself, but that's exactly what the market did. Energy sector. Now, this is not oil. This is the whole energy sector. They're making a lot of money. And they're going to do fine under President-elect Trump. And you've got your embedded reading. I still think the pros are buying on breaks in this market. In the gold market, I see short covering. You heard me, short covering. Not a bull trend. I can make an argument to get back to wherever the 18-day average is in short order. The market was down, riding the lower band, stepped away, and now it's the third day of trying to get away from that. So we'll see what goes on. You know that the Ukrainian situation, when it fired the missiles, that was supportive to gold. Silver market has held, so far at least, the 100-day average and the Bollinger Band. That is not a buy signal. It's a signal, though, when you lose the bearish embedded reading to get out of shorts, the way I teach charting. That is not saying go long. That is saying be out of shorts. You've ended this swing, in my opinion, to the downside. In the copper market, void of anything to do except you've got three big moving averages that are going to be a problem for the market. The 200-day in the gray, the 100, and the 18. They're all together here. You've been oversold. You move to the right-hand side of the Bollinger Band, and you got your bit of a spurt to the upside. Bonds went up today to the 18 and the 200-day average and ran into an absolute brick wall at that point. The market's got to fight a battle right here. What's it going to do? When you rally in this, it means that interest rates are falling, and that is what happened today. In the dollar, if this market closes under 79, you could see more of a correction in the dollar, potentially to the 18-day average of closes. That number will climb a little, but that's the number. And if you lose the embedded reading, which you're not even trying to do yet, we would see if the euro does anything. I think the euro got sold today as pros. They're still saying it's embedded. Here's a rally. Let's see what happens. But if they lose that, I think they'll step out of those positions. So, lot to look at, lot happening right now, and that's how it's going to be from now right through the end of the year, in my opinion. It gets exciting. We'll slow down next week for Thanksgiving, you know that, for a day or so. Then you're right back into the Christmas time frame. Then things quiet. You'll hear everybody giving their predictions for 2025. I gave up on that years ago. I have trouble with the next day. What am I going to do for a year out? So we take a look over here, special report on stock indices. Go to iraepstein.com, your cursor. Last time I'll be talking about it. You take care. Talk to you tomorrow.